Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. We are continuing part 1 of this little girl's haircut. So we're just gonna get right to it. So let me tell you what I did right after the last video you guys saw. I added more color to her eyebrows. So I went ahead and I did another layer of hair, and this time a little darker, because I felt like, and you'll see it in the part 1 video, her eyebrows, in my opinion, were too light. And it kept bothering me when I was rooting her hair. Kept bothering me. So I went ahead and I'm just gonna go for it and trust my instinct and just do eyebrows, another layer of hair on this baby. And I'm very happy that I did, because when I look at her now, I'm like, wow, that really truly made the difference. But anyway, getting a little sidetracked here with the eyebrows, I just wanted to let you know, because you might notice a difference. So I was showing you here how long I felt like that hair looked. I was pulling up the hair and showing you, like, you know, it's got quite a bit of length, with my hands at least. I was telling you that. So I went ahead and after I talked to my wife about it, I told her, hey, what do you think? Do you think that I should go a little shorter here? She was like, you know what, I was gonna tell you, I feel like it's a little long and you might want to have more curls in this area, so you might want to cut it. So I went ahead and cut it, which is what I'm doing here. And I am cutting this top part of the hair of the head a little shorter. And I really do like the results that we get. As you saw in the photos, I love those little curls up there on the top of her head. They are my absolute favorite. It's actually my absolute favorite part of her hairstyle, those little top curls. So that is all that I do on this little girl, is cut those hairs on the top of her head, make them a little shorter so we get a nicer curl. And I don't cut the rest of the hair, the sides or anything like that. I am absolutely content. So what I'm gonna do next, this is gonna blow your guys' mind away, because I have already cut her hair and I styled it kind of nice. After this, I go ahead and I take the toothbrush and I style the hair just to put her little head in the oven. And to do that, it has to mess up her hairstyle. I know I worked a little too hard, but I just wanted to make sure that after I cut her hair, that the hair was going to style nicer. And so I had to style her hair once again, just to destroy it all. And the reason why I'm going to destroy it all, but then I put it back together, is so that I can seal her eyebrows. So I went ahead and I did her eyebrows with a very nice pencil, which I need to share with you guys, because I found it to work nicer than the Prismacolor pencil. But anyway, so I go ahead and I do her another layer of hair on her eyebrows, and I need to seal that. And to seal that, I have to use the varnish. And to use the varnish, I have to heat set it. And to heat set it, I have to put the doll in the oven. And this is what she looks like after it all. You might think her curls are gone, but I promise you they are not. This hair is naturally curly. All I have to do is set some water back into her head or her hair so that we can get those curls back. And I know it's quite shocking. Unfortunately, it is inevitable. This is what happens to the mohair once you heat it up, and it is safe. The reason, or how to make it safe for the hair, I should say, because some people are blown away that you can put the doll hair in the oven after you have rooted it. But anyway, you can do that. You just have to wet the hair. It has to go in there wet. And then what I also do is I put a little piece of cloth, a wet cloth, on the hair to make it stay wetter even longer once it's in the oven. And I feel like it really works. And right after the doll gets done, it's in there for 5 minutes at 280 degrees Fahrenheit. I go ahead and I take the doll out and I put it directly in front of a fan, because I want that head to cool down as fast as possible. So my goal is to keep the hair wet as long as possible while it's heating up in there, while I have it in the oven. And then once I take it out, my goal is to cool down the hair as much as possible. And sometimes I add a little bit of water back into the hair, because when it comes out of the oven, the hair is pretty much dried. And I'm trying not to fry the hair because this can fry the hair. Anyway, I hope those explanations make sense. You just really want to try not to fry the hair. That's the goal here. That's why we keep the hair as wet as possible when it is in the oven. Then as soon as you bring it right out, you put that doll head in front of a fan to make sure you cool down the complete vinyl, because it is the vinyl that's keeping the hair, the hot vinyl, because you had to remember I had to varnish the head. So it is the vinyl that's keeping the hair very hot. So that's why you put it directly in front of the fan. Anyway, got a little sidetracked there, but I think that is a very good tip in case you need to do something really quick on your doll after you finish painting. And don't worry, it happens all the time. I'm sure it happens to me quite a lot. You know, I think I'm done with the doll and I really am not. Like, with her, for example, I needed to do another layer of hair on her eyebrows. And I've had other dolls where I'm like, you know what? I feel like the cheeks need to be just a little bit more blushed. So then I just make sure I wet the hair. I put a wet cloth on the hair when I have it in the oven. And as soon as I take it out, or as soon as that doll is done, in my case, the New Wave oven, as soon as that beep goes off because the timer has run out, I go ahead and I grab that doll head and I quickly put it in front of a fan to cool it down fast. Well, let's get back to the video. As I was explaining all of that, and I think I repeated myself, sorry about that. I am over here in the video fixing her hair for the final time. How do you guys like it? Let me know in the comment section below. I think this might be the first time I do a hairstyle like this. I really like it, so I think I'm gonna do the same style on the next ethnic baby that I release, which I have been working on. I just started another baby, so I'm super excited about that. And I will also be using the same hair, which is this Slumberland Nursery mohair. And just to give you guys the details of the hair that I'm using here in this video, it is in the color black and it is the wavy / curly type. So while I am styling her hair in the video, we're gonna have a side conversation here. I wanna know, do you make Reborn dolls? Do you root them? And if you do root them, when was the first time you started to root? So when was the first time that you rooted a doll head? And did you like it? What was your experience? Was it easier than you expected? Harder than you expected? Was it fun? Was it relaxing? Or was it stressful? I'll tell you about my first time rooting a Reborn doll head. So the first time that I rooted a Reborn doll head, it was in December of 2011. So it was December of 2011. I had bought my first kit. I had bought all my paints. And I started painting this doll, and I was using a tutorial. And in the tutorial, this person also roots the doll once the doll has been painted. So I thought, I was like, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a go. I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to follow the tutorial's steps, and we're going to get to doing it. And I remember in the tutorial, the person said it'll take about 3 hours to root a doll head. And well, I had absolutely no knowledge of how to paint a doll. There was absolutely almost no tutorials, maybe a couple of tutorials on YouTube. So there wasn't a lot of information about Reborn doll making online anywhere. So I didn't know what I was getting myself to. And all I remember thinking, 3 hours? Nah, I can get this done in one. Well, 8 hours later, it took me 8 hours. That is still very wow, because it does not take me 8 hours to root a doll nowadays. But it took me 8 hours to root that doll. And mind you, this was a preemie head as well. So I was like, oh, when I was done, I remember just that sign of relief. Oh my gosh, I am done. Thank goodness. But wow, I think at first it was fun when I was first starting to root it, and then it got a little frustrating, and then I'm like, wow, I cannot believe I've been doing this for 4 hours. When am I going to be done? But I mean, now I know what to expect, and it definitely takes me longer than 8 hours. But yeah, that's my first time rooting a Reborn doll head. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Actually, back to the doll, and if you're wondering how that doll looked, it looked like it stuck its finger in the light socket. So it was a crazy mess, but I got it done. I was proud of myself, and yeah, that was my first Reborn doll, and I kept him. I don't know where he currently is, but I kept him. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to think about that. Anyway, guys, are you guys ready to see this baby all put together? I hope so. Ta-da! Oh my goodness, look at her. She still makes my jaw hit the floor. I love this baby so much. Here she is right before I did her little photo shoot. So if you follow me on Facebook, I have already shared some photos there. So this is right before. This is in my doll room, and with natural daylight coming through the window. Absolutely no artificial lighting, because I feel like that doesn't show the true color. I want you to, what you see in the photo is what I am seeing in person. You get me? So, oh my gosh, I am so in love with her that I had to record her for a long time just standing there. Honestly, I really like her. This is not me being cocky or anything like that. I think I did a really good job on this baby, especially for not reborning consistently for the last a few years because of some crazy things. But oh my gosh, I love this baby so much, and I am so happy that I'm still going to see her, because she is going to stay as she's going to be in the doll community still. Because some of our dolls, when they get adopted, I never see them again or anything. So I'm excited that I'm still going to see this cutie over on Tamoriel's channel, her Instagram and her Facebook. But anyway, guys, I talked so much. Now I'm going to show you guys some photos so that I can finish this video. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys in my next video, okay? I will be doing a box packing of this baby. So look forward to that. Yay! All right, guys. Bye!